Hi, my name is NeraNelly. Welcome to this Q&A. Last week I made an artbook inviting people to ask me questions which I would answer in a YouTube video. So here we are! Before we start, I would like to introduce my personal assistant who has received most of the questions. Questions asked through her will be anonymous and she will thus present them. Also, yes, this is my voice. If you are subscribed to my main channel, you will know it already. Link to it will be in the description. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. The first question is from Ebony Love and she asked me, which video that you have made are you the most proud of? And that is a really tough question. Had you asked me 8 years ago, it would probably be Ellie or Splatter Party, but looking back, they have really not aged well. The quality is bad, the editing is rough, and basically I've improved so much since then. Not saying that my editing is perfect, only that I'm better now, and that I have bought some better programs to edit my videos with. So my favorite has to be a newer video, and I think it has to be Smoke and Mirrors. I'm always fond of making murderous videos as they are so much fun to play around with. An honorable mention, however, must be I Don't Wanna Know, another story about a lovesick girl. Thank you for the question. Let's move on to our next question. This one is from Bakaito Makaito and he asked, why don't you do Vocaloid music videos anymore? And that is a funny question because I actually still do Vocaloid music videos. The most recent one is The Tragedy of Chateau Cepagé. I sincerely hope I didn't butcher that name. Which it was a slowed down version of a song of the same name sung by Vocaloid Gakupo, so I still do them. My taste in music have expanded though, so I will also do other types of music videos. Thank you for the question though. Let's move on to the third one. This one is from Mila553 and she asked what I liked most about MovieStarPlanet 2. And I have to mention a few things here. I love the design of the avatars, I love the homes, and I love the filmmaking program. It actually has a lot of the improvements I once asked to be implemented in the original MovieStarPlanet, so I am exhilarated with the way they have chosen to do the filmmaker. The fourth question is from O2 Len Kakamine and he asked, what is your next project? And the answer is that until now it was this video. After today I don't actually know. I have some ideas in mind that I want to try out at some point, but I don't have a coherent plan for what is going to be published on this channel. I'm thinking of doing some covers of a couple of songs on my main channel, and it could be fun to do a music video with a cover of mine as the music. So I guess the only way to find out what's gonna happen is to keep an eye out. I will perhaps upload something soon. Now that was the 4 questions I received as comments on my artbook. Now let's move on to my personal assistant who has plenty more questions. Let's start with this one. Why did you join MovieStarPlanet back in the day? The short answer is that I don't remember. The long answer is that I remember being reluctant to join because I found it stupid at first. My younger sisters were playing it, so I also felt that I was perhaps too old to play, but my sisters convinced me. And boy, oh boy, was it a fun game! I played until I was definitely too old and then I took a break. Back then I thought it would be for good, but as you can tell, it wasn't. I do remember why I returned though. A friend of mine was playing MovieStarPlanet 2, and she's only a couple years younger than me, so I thought it might be alright for me to come back. Thankfully, my user hadn't been deleted, so I could continue where I left off. And what a wave of nostalgia. Regrettably, the original Danish MovieStarPlanet server was almost empty, but I kept playing as there are still some people left, and I quickly gained some new friends. It took some time, but I finally made a movie star on MovieStarPlanet 2, and it took some more time for me to actually start playing there as well. I'm so happy I did because I have come across so many wonderful people, and I'm happy to see that many people above the age of 18 also have found their way back into the game. That was a long answer. So let's swiftly move on to the next one. What do you do in your free time? I'm guessing they went outside of MovieStarPlanet as well as school. I like to sing, work out, and chat to friends. I also game and draw a lot. I will post a link to my Instagram with my art in the description if you're interested. Next question is, who is your best friend on MovieStarPlanet? I have so many, it's so hard to choose. Just kidding. I have one friend who is an extraordinary friend. We chat every day, exchange autographs and presents, and support each other's projects. Not a day goes by without us having talked. I am, of course, talking about the wonderful, the beautiful, the absolutely amazing Miss Sassy 17. We have never met in real life, but I know we will at some point, because this friendship is so intimately connected by comfort, respect, and trust. She's the first online person I've actually shared my personal life with, and I just love her dearly. If you're watching this, hi, yes, hello, I love you, and I always will. Next question before I just go into a rant about how wonderful she is. Which music video took the longest and the shortest amount of time to make? The length of the editing process is mostly decided by how interested I am in the project. I have made some in a day, some have taken weeks. The one I think I made the quickest was probably, if we don't count Transformation Thursday and OK So, then it was Smoke and Mirrors. I had recently rediscovered Lollia's cover of Jane's song Smoke and Mirrors, and I just had to make a video. The longest one must have been Escapism Part 5, as I was kinda tired of MovieStarPlanet at that point. I don't think I really finished it, but it took me weeks to get that small bit of video out. Next question! What does your dream diamond pack look like? Oh, I love the beautiful art styles of the diamond packs. I could always go for a ball gown of some sort, but I thought it would be fun to draw an outfit for a diamond pack. So here is a time-lapse of an outfit I did. As you can see, I already had a doll ready that I made for outfit designs. So I started out with that one, and then I did her hair first. I thought it would be pretty with a huge mane in this grayish brown. So I started out with some light curls, some wavy hair. Then I colored it all this grayish brown. When I draw, I like to do a sketch layer first. I have a hard time finding out. This is actually my second attempt at making an outfit. The first one didn't go as planned. But I like to do the sketch layer first, where I just kind of map out what I want it to look like. And I do the whole outfit in a sketch layer. With the hair and the doll as well, but I liked having the doll ready because you didn't have to see me paint the doll. That wasn't really the point of the video. The point was more to show you the thought process that went behind one of the a diamond pack as I would want it. This is of course the female version of the diamond pack. I didn't really have an idea for the male, but I didn't think it was supposed to be much different than this. I feel like the male hairs should be similar to this, long and wavy, as I feel like there aren't many options for men to have long hair in MovieStarPlanet, and I feel like that would make it easier for feminine men, for men who just don the most beautiful mane ever, and non-binary people choosing the masculine character. As you can see now, I've started shading the hair, using a darker color to make creases and crevices in the hair. And that really helps to create dimension for the hair, making it look less flat and really accentuate the curly or the waviness of the hair. And the highlights really help create shine for the hair, making it look more healthy. As you can see, I started with the slightly lighter version of the base color, and then after that I add an even lighter color to that. Then I started doing the sketch work for the outfit, and I really wanted a corset. I love corsets, and then I wanted a dress shirt or a blouse that was not ill-fitting, but still a little bit loose to make up for the tightness of the corset. And I wanted these belt buckles, and then I tried to make a skirt, and it took several tries because I just couldn't get the skirt right. But I did end up make something I ended up happy with, and then I made these ballet shoes almost with a plateau heel. And the blouse I wanted to be white, or a slight bluish white, to make it not entirely white because that can be boring. And then I started just doing line art and then coloring in the shirt to make sure that I had the perfect shape of it, that the shape that I wanted. And all in all, I think the blouse turned out pretty great. Yes, and then the suspenders for the corset. I wanted the corset and the suspenders to be stuck together and the corset to be slightly thick, so you could actually see the difference between the waist of the doll and the corset itself. And then it was onto the skirt, and I don't like drawing skirts. I don't know what it is about them, but I have a difficult time drawing them. But I wanted these blondes or these frizzles, these little tiny hints of movement in the dress. So I did that as to the best of my ability. Then I colored it in with a dark grey, not black, because if you use black then you are not able to shade it with a darker color, because black is the darkest color there is, of course. So I used a dark grey and was able to use an even darker grey to shade it. The inspiration for the skirt was actually from one of my own skirts, which is a black one with flowers actually, not as gothic as this one, but I wanted the back of the dress to be longer than the front, almost like a mullet, which I really like. And then I started shading it, making sure that all the crevices were shown, and that the dress itself showed hints of movement, the belt buckles, the pocket, the everything, and then some highlights. It's all coming together now. And after this shading, we're moving on to the shoes. And I usually don't draw shoes, so this was a bit out of my comfort zone. But I actually did like the design, so I wanted it to be as perfect as I could make it, with the buckles and the ballet kind of shoes and the plateau heel, of course. I really like how MovieStarPlanet has begun making a lot of plateau heels, because for me, I think they're easy to move in, and I don't know how movie stars can keep the balance with these thin heeled, high heel shoes. So we're just coloring them in and doing some shading, and then it is actually done. Yeah, that's the design I want. And there we go, this is the result. I wouldn't be sad if this was some normal type of clothes, but a diamond pack wouldn't be too difficult to make, I think. Next question. What is your favorite chat room on MovieStarPlanet? In the original it has to be beach, as that is the only place with people at the moment, and in the second one it is funnily enough also the beach. I like the cute design, the slouching areas, and the fact that you can actually go swim. Next question. Which theme this year did you like the most? In the year 2023 I really liked Floral Fantasy. I thought the designs were cute and versatile, as you could customize it into every sort of style, even gothic ones. I am so excited to see what the rest of the year will bring us. And the next question. Do you play other games than MovieStarPlanet? I like to play building games such as The Sims, Minecraft and City Skylines. On my Switch I play Animal Crossing, Mario Kart and Love is in a Dangerous Space-Time. And finally I play Rust, which is a survival game, and it is not PG, so only play if you're 15 or above. And final question! Will you be continuing escapism? And my answer to that is, perhaps. So, that was some questions I have been asked about my MovieStarPlanet and YouTube experience. It was a lot of fun, so I might do it again sometime if people are interested. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider liking and subscribing. Toodles!